So you talk about issues that keep people up at night, and I
Yeah.
can remember one of the first nights that I was kept up, and it was the first time I got to vote in 2016. I cast my ballot, and it didn't end up like I wanted it to, and I've spent a lot of time after that really recognizing that if that glass ceiling couldn't be broke, how was I going to go into the working world without fear of sexual harassment or not being paid what I'm worth? And so I guess, where do you see your campaign in attacking and getting rid of this glass ceiling so that when I graduate, I don't have to worry about it?
Don't you let that keep you up at night. I'm going to start there, and then I'm going to say a few things. One, my mother was full of advice, and one of the things my mother would say is, don't you ever let anybody tell you who you are. You tell them who you are. You hear me? So you don't ever let anyone tell you about what you're supposed to do, what you can do, what your capacity is. You tell them, okay? So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to also say this. You know, I was the first woman to be district attorney of San Francisco, and the first woman of color to be elected district attorney of any state, any county in a state of 40 million people. I was the first woman to be elected as the Attorney General of California. Breaking barriers. Let's just be honest about it. Sometimes breaking barriers, people think breaking barriers means you start out on one side of the barrier and then you just end up on the other side of the barrier. Nope. Nope. There's breaking involved. And when you break things, it's painful. And it can hurt. And you might get cut. And you might bleed. And it will be worth it. And it will be worth it. Right? So I'm not standing here telling you it's going to be easy, but it is worth it. And so you can never, ever yield to anyone suggesting to you that it is not possible. And the other piece of it is that we always have to remember, we make it possible when we believe. Right? That's the power in each one of us. So you remember that. And don't you ever let anyone take your power from you.